Salve, salve, galerinha! Ana aqui trazendo mais um vídeo pro canal. Galerinha, hoje nós vamos estar jogando aqui o Genshin Impact. E no vídeo de hoje vai estar continuidade aqui a nossa missão do arconte, né? A terceira parte aqui, através da névoa da floresta, perdido na prosperidade, né? A gente está vindo aqui pro porto de Osmos, né? Então a gente acabou de chegar aqui. Já queria pedir para você deixar aquele like, inscrever no canal. Caso você não seja inscrito, Vitor Dias, ative aí o sininho das notificações para você receber a notificação dos vídeos. E sem mais delongas aqui, para não atrapalhar a história, vamos parar aqui.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional.
You believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Guess that's only to be... We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. Osford told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen? Well, given all the people...
Tá, vamos perguntar aqui.
Welcome.
Hi there. We would like to ask...
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they... If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as...
Those students seem to be...
Enjoy making jewelry.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear, especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group?
They're called Ain el Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with they're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. I've heard that Ain el Akhmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with
Wait, did you say $500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for?
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in.
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field... So, what's your plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us $500,000 more! Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of Mora.
Tá, vamos lá no boteco.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a...
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant...
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our...
All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they...
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Porra, 500.000?
Paimon can't stand this, he's so...
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization. Far beyond anything, the Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom. But he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped...
So, you mean the...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land, where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemy. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god, if what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached it.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been... Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham!
I told you the other day.
Ha! The boss made it...
Yes, and in no uncertain terms.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this...
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the art... If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation, I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on...
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for...
Mr. Iman, there appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora Plus, He seems to know a lot about what's going on.
Ok.
He went that way! After him! Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I advise you
Ele é o
to keep your
arconte?
distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have... Since you tore through their scam right in front of them...
Who exactly are you two? And a student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah!
She doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but she can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no... Those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a...
All right. I accept. Got a pen and paper? We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or...
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information...
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't... Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste...
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students...
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never... This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? I'm on...
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information.
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess, or they were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless. Well, I think that about sums it up. Oh, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine.
Aqui vamos com ele.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something. I need you to find someone named Dory. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have questions.
Fine.
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes... I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her...
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to...
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have... Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to...
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any mora left over, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you... Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory...
Looking at what
Okay.
Alhaitham wrote, Dory... Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Tá, a gente vai ter que olhar as instruções. Pra ver se tem algum código, alguma coisa. Modo luto. É comprar frutas raras totalmente amargas. Rato igual cliente. Caracal igual a Matra. Tá. Vamos falar aqui com o cara.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Aqui, queremos comprar frutas raras totalmente amargas.
What a unique palette. We have unripe horror fruits, but we usually keep...
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe horror fruits. Show them...
Got it. You too. Please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No. Look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Pega aqui o zumbido no ouvido.
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating horror fruit that makes your head and ears ring sounds like...
Would you like your horror fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the Matra! Run!
What? The mantra? Where? I'll hate them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Bora atrás dele.
He ran that way. Look, he's over there.
Deixa eu pegar o teleporte aqui. Eu acho que ele tá me levando pra onde a mulher tá.
Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh, that voice came...
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
Ela adora.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing...
Oh, very good.
Sabia.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? I'm a...
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you... But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my...
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a...
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much more they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, so that's why it's your first time here. But don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough, as long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the...
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for... Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls.
Yeesh, who would want to be in...
Or, how about the art? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-picked...
Ooh, now this...
2 million Mora, and it's yours. Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents...
All right, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
Ah, you've really got...
Take these, please and thank you.
My, oh my. You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. if you spend just 100,000 more and more, you
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 mora. If we spend think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for now.
excellent. Then please select.
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose?
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million mora each. I'm
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. Huh? Why? Hey, we're getting a capsule. Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one. Dory, we'll take this one.
all right. Very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon.
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Galerinha, conseguimos pegar aí o conhecimento. Vamos voltar lá para entregar, né? Então, esse galerinha, nós finalizamos a quest aqui. Agora nós vamos ter que voltar para falar com o Reita, né? Entregar os itens que nós compramos, mas o vídeo tá ficando grande, vou dar uma parada por aqui. Espero que vocês tenham gostado, deixa aquele like, se inscreva no canal. Caso você não seja inscrito, vídeo todos os dias, ative aí o sininho das notificações para você receber a notificação dos vídeos. E a gente se vê no próximo vídeo. Valeu, falou e fui!